In this video, I'm going to showing you how to do animation in Tailwind CSS. First, we are going to do custom animation with just Tailwind CSS. As you can see right here, we are going to just follow along this documentation. And then next, we are going to use this beautiful animation called Tailwind CSS Motion. This is a really cool package for CSS animation, especially for Tailwind CSS, right? So let's see what we are going to build. As you can see, this is the project that I'm going to implement an animation on this landing page. As you can see right here, if I refresh, look at that, super nice. If I do that again, just super nice, right? So that's what we're going to learn. And then let's just generate Nextjs application. So let's first open the terminal. So let's first generate Nextjs application. I'm going to give a name Tailwind animation. For TypeScript, I'm going to say yes, ESLint yes, Tailwind CSS of course yes, source yes, app router yes, turbo pack yes, and import alias I'm going to say no. Alright, great. So now let's cd into that folder, and I'm going to use Visual Studio Code. Let's just open that like this. So let's start the application. We can do npm run dev. Alright, so this is what we have. Great. So let's first go to the page.tsx. This is basically our home, right? So I just want to remove everything right here. Just do a div and say main, just to make sure this is rendered on the browser. Great, we get main. So first, I just want to make this minimal height to 100 screen. As you can see here, minimal height 100 view height, and some background gradient, and then the text, I'm going to set that to white. So let's see what we have. Great. I also want to wrap all the content inside a container. So let's just do that like this and save. Let's take a look what we have. As you can see, this is just wrapping all the content inside the container. So inside the container, I'm going to put this heading right here with some display flags. And then as you can see inside in there, we have heading 1 and paragraph and just one button. So let's save and let's take a look what we have. As you can see, we have this beautiful welcome to the futures and some paragraph and then the button. To create gradient background color with this text right here, it's just really simple. As you can see right here on the heading 1, the important thing is just this background clip text, right? If I just remove that, as you can see, it's going to be look like this. It's basically just give this background gradient to right from this color into this pink color, right? And then as you can see, this is the result. And if I adding this class right here, background clip text, and then it's going to be place that color on the text. It looks super nice. All right, that's for the header. Under this heading right here, I'm going to add another div. It's just called grid. As you can see, feature grid. And we have basically this array right here with a title and icon. And then we're just mapping that array, and then as you can see, it just render this card right here with some styling. As you can see, if I hover it, it scale 1005 right here, and then we're just putting the icon, the title, and then the paragraph right here. Okay, so if I save that, it's gonna be look like this. Looks super nice, right? So under the filter grid right here, I'm going to put another div and then just paste this statistics section that have this array with number and label, and then we just return that this number right here and then the label right here, right? Just really simple, and this is the result. Looks super nice, right? And as you can see now, there's no animation, of course. Let's go to the Tailwind CSS, and then as you can see, so basically Tailwind CSS have the built-in animation. As you can see right here, animation spin, animation pink, animation pulse, and animation punch. So let's try to give this icon hand here with some animation, animate spin, right? So let's save, and as you can see, this is the result. So that's how we use animation in Tailwind CSS. Basically, we can use animate pink and the other things, right? So let's use this punch right here. I'm gonna copy the name and then just paste that right here. Save, and then let's take a look. This is the bunch animation look like. But however, if you want to customize your own animation, you can do that as well. So let's take a look down here. We can do that. Basically, customize your theme. As you can see, the first thing is we need to create keyframe. So like this one right here, right? So let's go to the file called tailwindconfig.ts. So in here, we need to create our keyframe. So let's go back to the documentation. And then I just want to copy and paste this keyframe right here. It should be inside the themes.extend, right? Theme.extend.keyframe, like this. So basically, the keyframe name is wiggle. And then when the animation starts from 0%, that means this is the starting point, this transform rotate -3 degrees. Into the 50% of the animation, the transform is changing into the 3 degree, and then for the end of the animation, the transform back to -3 degree. All right, so let's implement that on the animation. So let's just copy this one, and then I just want to paste that down here like this. So basically, this animation right here, you can give any name you want, right? Just do animation, wiggle animate, for example, or just do wiggle animation. But if you have like a dash right here, you need to wrapping that inside a string like this. This wiggle animation use this wiggle keyframes, right? And then 1 second is in out and infinite. Okay, so let's go back right here. We're going to try to use the wiggle animation, right? So we can do that with animate.wiggle. I'm going to use this right here. As you can see, wiggle animation. Just select that and let's take a look what we have. As you can see, this is the wiggle animation look like, right? Super nice. So basically, you always can change this keyframe right here. I'm going to change this wiggle, for example. Instead of rotate, I'm going to use translate, for example. So start from 0. I'm going to use this translate 20 pixel, right? It's going to be moved a little bit down. And then for the 100% animation, I'm going to set that to 0. So let's just remove this 20 pixel with 0. So now let's take a look what we have. If I just refresh that, as you can see, it's just moved from the bottom to the top, right? 20 pixel bottom on the top 0. Just like this one, because we're using infinite. Of course, this is just infinite animation. If I change that to forwards, for example, this is just will becoming one time animation. As you can see, it's come from the bottom and then into the top. So let's create another animation. I'm going to create animation called fade in. As you can see, for the 0%, opacity is going to be 0 and the transform is going to be translate Y to 20 pixel. And then for 100 animation, it's going to be change the opacity to 1 and then translate into 0. All right. So let's try to use that animation down here. The animation name, I'm going to say fade in. And I use this fade in keyframe down here. For the time, I'm going to use 1 second, is out and forward. Okay, so let's save. And then as you can see, if I go back, of course, animation wiggle animation, this one is not going to be available now because we already remove it. So now we can use animate fade in. So let's go back right here. And then I'm going to say fade in, right? Just save that. And then I'm going to refresh. As you can see, it just fade in like this, super nice. And of course, I'm going to implement this one, this animation right here inside the headings right here. So let's just paste that. And then now all the div element will have that animation styling. As you can see, looks super nice. For example, I want to implement this fade in animation on this grid right here as well, on this state right here as well. So let's try to just copy the animate fade in right here into the futures grid. I'm going to paste that maybe down here, right? After the mapping, and then also down here after the mapping as well. I think that's this one, right? So let's save that. And then as you can see, all right, it's look nice, but I like to have some delay, right? For each item right here. If I refresh, the first thing is going to be pop up first, and then this one, and then this one. So the way we do that is we can use a style inline on this div right here. So let's first implement that on the features right here. So I'm going to add a style inline style right here with animation delay. The index going to become from this mapping right here, right? It's going to be start from 0. That means the animation delay is going to be 0 plus 4, which is 4 times 100 millisecond, right? For the one item, and then for the second item, which is on the center right here, it's going to be 1 plus 4, which is 4, and then times 100, 400 millisecond. And for the third, which is 3 plus 4, and then etc. All right, so let's save that, and then let's try to refresh. As you can see, it's more better, right? Looks super nice. So let's add also on the statistic section right here. I'm going to put the inline style with index. It's going to become from the mapping right here. Again, in here I adding 7, but in here I adding 4, just to add some delay between the first grid and then into this section right here, right? So let's refresh, and then as you can see, it's more better. All right, cool. So next, I'm going to showing you how to create the waving hand, which is the animate for this icon right here. So let's go back to Tailwind config, and then I'm going to create another keyframe called wave. So as you can see, it's look like complicated, but it's just really simple. The starting point is transform the rotate to 0 degree. For 10%, rotate 40 degree, and just etc. All right, so let's try to use this wave keyframe on this animation so we can using that. So I'm going to give a name waving hand, and then I use the wave keyframe, and then 2 seconds for the time. This is going to be linear and infinite, right? So now let's go back to the, let me see on the top right here, and then I'm going to implement that right here. So we can say animate waving hand, right? Just save that, and let's take a look what we have. Look at this. That's super nice, right? Cool. That's how we create the custom animation on Tailwind CSS. The first thing, you have to create your keyframes, right? And then create your animations with any name you want, and then now you can using that on your application. Just that's it. So now I'm going to showing you how to use this package right here, Tailwind CSS Motion. So let's go to this one right here. I'm going to install that first. So let's open a terminal, and then let's just paste npm install as a dev dependency Tailwind CSS Motion. Great. After that, we need to just put this plugin on the Tailwind config. So let's go back to Tailwind config, and then just paste that on this plugin right here. Just that's it. And then we have some error. It's a require style import is forbidden. So I just want to disable that using this command right here. Nice. So now basically we can just simply use the class name of this package right here. So let me just go to the documentation. As you can see, to use that, it's just really simple. Just copy and paste this class name and pasting that into your JSX right here, and it just works. So as you can see right here, there's a lot of animation that's really cool. As you can see, focus, sing, bounce, shake, typewriter, and then confetti, really cool, spin, and there's a lot of things, right? So for example, you want to implement maybe this one right here, right? Just copy that and then go back to your application, and then just paste to whatever you want. Maybe from on here, you can just paste it that, and then let's take a look. If I refresh, as you can see, the styling will apply. Just simple as that. All right, so for example, I want to use this motion preset pools. I'm going to copy that, and then let's just implement that on this button right here. I just want to paste that motion preset pools on this button, and then save, and then let's take a look what we have. As you can see, the button is just have this beautiful animation. And then anyway, right here, we can add like a small, medium, and large. As you can see, we have, let me just make this a little bit small. As you can see, if I do like dash right here, we have small, medium, and large. So I'm going to use this small. Let's save. And then as you can see, we have that look pretty nice, right? So let's go back to the documentation and see some other animation. Let's click this view full documentation, and then as you can see down here, we have some enter animation. This basically combine some multiple base animation. This is basically the base animation I'm showing you, right? Scale, translate, opacity, rotate, and etc. But you can basically combine all the base animation into beautiful animation you want. For example, this enter animation right here, this is basically combine the opacity 0, motion translate with this blur as well. So basically, for example, this opacity in 0 mean it starts from opacity 0 and animate that into opacity 100. For example, translate y is in 100, that means it starts from 100% and animate to 0, right? And for example, this blur, of course, this is will start for blur medium into blur 0, and that's it, right? So let's just try to implement this one. I think it's pretty nice. So let's copy all of this class name and then go back to the heading. I just want to paste that right here, and then let's take a look what we have. I'm going to refresh, and as you can see, it's going to be look like this. All right, so let's go back again, and there's also a preset that I like to use right here. For example, this fade, as you can see, slide right, and then I'm going to looking for, I think this one is super nice, right? So let's try to copy this slide up and then go back right here and then just paste it right here on the headings. It's basically on the div that wrapping all the text inside this heading. And then now let's take a look what we have. If I refresh, I think that's much better, right? And also let's go back here, and then I'm going to use this slide right for the grid right here, right? These 3 grid. I'm going to use this slide right. I'm going to just copy this name right here, go back, and then just paste to whatever place you want. For example, I want to paste that right here, right? And then also I'm going to paste that down here as well on the statistics section. Let's save and let's take a look now what we have. I'm going to refresh. Look at that. That's super beautiful, right? And also we can use another beautiful animation like pop, blur, confetti, typewriter. I'm going to use that. Let's just try it, right? I'm going to putting that on this heading 1 maybe. So let's just put this style right here and just save. Let's take a look what we have. Let's refresh, and it's not works. The reason is, all right, so anyway, the reason the typewriter is not works because on the documentation, we need to specify the character right here in the end of the class. So let's go back, and then I'm going to set that, for example, 10 characters. If I refresh, and as you can see, it works, but just ending on the 2 text right here, because this is just showing the 10 character. If we set that to 10, if I set that to 22, for example, it's going to be showing all the text right here. So let me go back, and then as you can see, it's look like this. All right, that's super nice. So basically that's what we learned, and then hopefully you can implement beautiful animation on your Tailwind CSS project. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you guys on the next one.